Defensively, we squashed everything early and played really smart football with our eyes in the right place and played great third down defense. And obviously the pick early by A-Rob was huge. Special teams were solid all night, and offensively we were able to get things going and play really well early. Big win for the program, and kids are excited about it, and they'll enjoy it tonight, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Coach, talk more about the poise of Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, things that guys inside the program, coaches and players alike, I think have seen since he's been on campus in some respect, but as he's gained more knowledge and understanding and grasp of what we're doing offensively, that's kind of who he is every single day, and I think you can see the confidence in him from our offensive players, but our entire program and coaches too, obviously the way we call it, but he's obviously got a ton of confidence as well.
Hey, Coach, he had 15 more completions this game to Dylan versus last game. Anything in particular that you saw that he did different?
I got him in some bad situations last week, too, in some third and longs, and some things broke down early. Just wasn't all his fault. Some of it was, but he's unflappable, you know what I mean? And during the course of that game and during his preparation this week, too, and at the end of the week, that's why he got the nod.
Josh, is Dylan did enough to moving forward to be named the starter?
I don't know. We'll see as we go through the weekend and evaluate where we're at tomorrow as a staff, and then obviously next week.
Hey, Coach, did you guys feel any extra sense of urgency here, being that you're playing against a Power 5 team?
I think from the outside there is that. I think everybody waits to see us against a Power 5 opponent. I've said this for a long time. If you look at our league how they play against those other Power 6 conferences, we'll hold our own every single week. And our kids are excited each and every week to go play. They're probably the most competitive group of kids that I've ever been around. You put a ball down, they're going to go compete fiercely. They knew this was big just, from our fan base and the energy around it. But if you come and watch us work Monday through Friday, they're really consistent in who they are and how they operate and how focused they are. And I think that's, a key ingredient to our success.
The defensive line made KJ pretty uncomfortable all day, it seemed like. How do you assess how they did against the biggest?
I thought they did a tremendous job against the run early. Obviously, that means we were fitting everything off the second and third levels extremely well. Also, I thought we squashed the run game early in the ball game and got him in a bunch of third and long situations. On pass, on play action pass, I thought they made it a long night for him. I don't think he was ever by himself in the pocket. There was always somebody around him. That's who we've been. The first 3 weeks of the season, a big question mark coming into the season, but I like the way our group is. The depth to the competition that we have there. Coach Burnham's done a fantastic job, but the aggressive style of play that we have defensively from Coach Shannon, I think is a big part of it.
Being that this is another Power 5 win, obviously you kind of hoist yourself back into that national, just the chatter. How do you look at, what this
Did we ever
game?
leave?
Not that you left, but,
Okay.
Just as a new season, new expectations, things like that.
Yeah, I think since I've been here, we've been a part of the noise, the chatter, as you want to call it. I think people that watch us play understand that we play championship caliber football each and every week. We got tremendous players, man. I think you look at our roster and really study the roster. We got special players up and down our depth charts at all positions in all three phases of the game. I think we got an absolutely fantastic coaching staff. They're smart, they care, they're great teachers, they're great men. They go about it the right way, and we got a brotherhood that exists inside of our locker room. You put those three things together, we got a chance to do some good things. At the same time, we talked about it in the locker room. We know we're only as good as the next one. Enjoy this one tonight. Family and media is going to talk about it all week, but when we get back on Monday, it's on to the next one.
Coach, what more does this program have to do to get that?
I don't know. Our kids, we have no control over that, and that's one of the things that's really special about our players. Is they control what they can control. A week ago it was a hurricane, right? And we're off in the middle of the week, unlike any week I've ever had in my experience as a football player or as a coach. Our kids handled it in a really mature way. They go about their business. They control the things that they can control. And sooner or later, I think the outside forces will continue to evaluate who we are and maybe flip what they think.
Coach, you got the tight end and more involved in the offense. Talk about Jake's performance.
Yeah, just been a great player. And sometimes it's just circumstances, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's scheme based on what the other side of the ball's seeing or what they're doing to you. And just had an opportunity to use him in some of the past game. He's been fantastic in the run game, great in protections when we use him. But he can do everything, man. Did a great job with the ball in his hands today.
Coach, how important was it to get off to a fast start, and especially for Dylan to connect on some of those early deep balls?
We talked about starting fast and wanting to. In particular in this game, because of the two contrasting styles, you have an opportunity if you play fast and good early to maybe make them play a little bit different than they are used to or accustomed to or want to. At the same time, we talked about playing at 0-0 no matter which side of the scoreboard you're on. And our kids did a great job being dialed into their game plan early, having their eyes in the right place so that they can play assignment sound football and then making plays in space.
Granted, the score was what it was to start the second half, but how much does the way the game ended concern you moving forward?
Talking about what?
Just the way the second half turned out. Stanford outscored you. The offense kind of sluggish in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you look at how we played in that third quarter, right? And trying to drain some of the clock. First series, they stopped us, right? 3 and out. We didn't convert a fourth down on the next drive. Second half, that I think there's 4 real possessions, maybe. I think. You know what I mean? So, I think our kids should be pretty proud of what they've done.
Coach, Aaron had that bad neck injury at the beginning of last season.
A-Rod? Yeah.
Now seeing him have this pick today,
Yeah,
so
man.
early and have an impact, what was that like for you?
Just all the adversity he's seen, transferring, sitting out, the neck injury right after our first play of the season last year that kind of changed the course of his season. I've told him this so many times, just love him and appreciate him for staying the course, growing up as a man during the off season, just who he is every day in every area of his life, and how that's transitioned him or changed him as a player too. And great to see the joy on his face, light in his eyes, and playing really good football right now too. It's pretty cool.
Coach, the short run with Brandon Wimbush in there at quarterback for one play, what do you think?
Yeah, just quarterback design run, so didn't work. Yeah.
Coach,
Bad call.
Can you talk about the atmosphere that was inside today?
Yeah, electric. Absolutely electric. Early, student section was packed early. Once everybody got in from tailgating, you look around at kickoff, man, it was bouncing. It was just a special environment. You with me? And it's pretty cool for our kids to feel that energy during the course of 60 minutes. I challenge our fan base, when we got a huge lead at halftime, stick around early for the third quarter and keep the momentum on our side and help us there in the third quarter.
Hi. Hi, yes, Robert Cobb from the Inscriber Digital Magazine.
From the what?
The Inscriber Digital Magazine, online lifestyle magazine. I have a question. Would you feel that this game against Stanford, especially with them coming 2,500 miles east to play here against UCF, would you feel that this was a bit of a statement game, that you guys wanted to really make a statement in how the way you played your game today?
For us, we have the motto, we go 1-0 every single week. They're nameless, they're faceless. We just line up and play. We can control what we can control. That's our preparation. Each day we walk into the building, it's how we play on game day. Proud of what our kids did today.
Josh, you had mentioned having Brandon in for that one play for the quarterback run. Were you anticipating using him a little bit more today, or was that just kind of based on design?
It was just a situation right there, and I had some other things in the game plan for him as well. All right, guys, appreciate it. Thank you.